Yo, yo, yo. What's happening, people? Welcome to Neeks Sports. This is your Arsenal versus Spurs match review. Boy, let's get into it. Yo, what's happening, people? We're here, we're live, we're in. It's Arsenal versus Spurs match review. We're going for it. What to make of that? Get in the comments. Let me know what you thought of that game. Obviously, for me, it's been absolutely disaster. But not for the first time. Not for the first time. I'm back, man. I'm here. I'm live. I'm ready to go, man. I don't. Yeah, we win, lose or draw. We'll still be here, chatting, laughing, whatever it is, and it. We're here. We're ready to go. Let's get into it, man. Um, yeah. So, not for the first time this season. Heung-min Son and Harry Kane run riot and absolutely destroy Arsenal, cut us apart, and not surprised in the slightest. In fact, if you ask me how I thought the game would have gone, as you can see below, literally to a T, literally went to a T. Um, couple counter attacks, couple goals. Arsenal dominate the ball. I would have told you that. I wouldn't. I may have been surprised that we dominated the ball as much as we did, but I would have told you that would have been the exact way we would have played and the exact result we would have got. Um, yeah, man. I mean, it just whatever happened today just didn't go to plan. Whatever the game plan was, and I don't even know what the game plan was. It did not go to plan. It didn't go to plan. Everyone out there was garbage, bar maybe Gabriel had a decent game, and Leno didn't really have much to do. Just it was awful out there. It was actually awful out there. And big man thing, what has happened to Auba? What has happened to Auba? You lot all call for Auba to be playing up top. Play him up top. He'll score goals. He's a striker. Where he's supposed to be playing up top. And you played him up top, and he was non-existent again. Not for the first time this season. Non-existent. People can talk about Willian and Lacazette and Rare, but what about Aubameyang? Everyone talks about how much we rely on this guy. 22 goals a season. He's a 20 goal a season man. Well, this is what happens when he doesn't score goals. This is what happens when he doesn't score 20 goals a season. We end up losing games like this on the run. And so we're putting all our faith in Aubameyang to get us all the goals. And when he doesn't score any, we got absolutely nothing. We got absolutely nothing out of the game. It's just disastrous, man. I mean, yes, we played well in the second half on the ball. We created more chances. We had more shots, but nothing to trouble Hugo Lloris. If I'm Hugo Lloris in goal, I'm chilling. I made one decent save today, and even that was a 5 out of 10. It was disastrous, man. It was actually awful. And I'm looking at our next games, and I'm thinking, how are we going to get out of this rut? Because we're in a rut. We're playing right. The football we're playing right now is probably one of the worst I've ever seen. It's probably the worst I've ever seen. And we said that last year under Emery, we were playing some bad football and rare. But see, right now, it's horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous. I don't even know what to even give these players out there. Bellerin can't even take a throw in. He's had 5 foul throws this season, and the foul throws that some of them weren't even given as foul throws that should have been given as foul throws. Bellerin can't even throw a ball. That's how bad we are right now. Our right back can't throw a ball onto a pitch. That's how bad we are. I'm saying take him off the throw-ins. You know what I mean? Get Holding on them. Get Willian on them, because Bellerin can't throw a ball onto the pitch. That's the reality of it right now. And yeah, it was horrendous. And you know what? In terms of the lineup, I wasn't shocked at the lineup. In fact, it was a lineup that I probably predicted Arsenal would have gone with. What I was disappointed with was the formation that he played, and I know formations are just a one thing, and they're not everything. But I was so sure he would have gone with a 3-4-3 today. I was so sure he would have gone with Tierney, um, Gabriel, and Holding or Louise, and then a Saka as a left wing back, but coming in and defending and Bellerin on the right side. Because when we've played against the bigger teams, that's what we've done, and we've more often than not come out on top. You think of Man City, you think of Chelsea last season, you think of Man United this year. The last time we got a win, we played a 3-4-3 away from home and had them to a T. We didn't get caught on any counter attacks because they were three-man back at all times. But what happened is we went 4-2-3-1, and when Bellerin and Tierney bombed forward, we're left exposed 2-on-2. And on the Spurs second goal, it was like a 5-on-2. I was thinking, where is everybody? No one's about. Absolutely no one's about. And people are saying Arteta's done. Could he be sacked? The reality is, no one's job is safe in the Premier League. No one's job is safe. No one can say this is mine for the season, because football it doesn't work like that. We saw what happened to Pochettino last year, Champions League final, and a few months later gone from the job. We've seen it happen with us. Emery, no one thought Emery, well, people were questioning him, but no one really thought Emery at the start of the year was going to get sacked this early on, and he went. And I'm not saying Arteta will be sacked. I still think there's a long-term plan with him, but today the game plan was just, it was wrong, man. It was wrong. He should have sat back way much more, way more. I know Spurs allowed us to have the ball, but come on, you're walking into Jose Mourinho's plan. Jose wants us to have the ball. Look at what Chelsea done last week. They didn't fall into the traps in terms of getting caught on the counter attack. They weren't letting Kane and Son have the ball. We let Kane and Son have the ball for about 10 minutes of that game, and it was job done. It was absolutely job done. It was horrific. Was that Klopp can guarantee his job? Listen, I mean, Klopp's a Premier League and Champions League winner, isn't it, with his team? So he might catch a blind. But I tell you what, you say that Klopp can, right? If Liverpool had a season that we had, and let's just say by Christmas they're teetering in the relegation zone, there will be fans calling for Klopp's head. There will be fans calling for Klopp's head, because football is such a short-term game and people don't see the long-term aspects of it. And I'm not saying that he should be sacked or he shouldn't be sacked, but I'm saying this is what management are doing. You have to remember the owners are going back home tonight. Maybe not the Kroenkes, but Vinay and Edu, the guys at the top, and they're not going to be happy with it. They're not going to be happy with what they're watching. And tonight is one thing, North London derby, but it's not just a one-off. We've seen it happen against Wolves. We saw it happen against Leeds. We saw it happen against Aston Villa. Most of the games throughout the season we've not played out, like properly outplayed. In fact, the second half we had today was probably one of our best halves this year, and it wasn't great at all. Um, Thomas Partey. I want to get on to Thomas Partey because Partey, Partey. I don't know what happened with him today. I don't know what happened with him. He obviously was rushed quickly back. He wasn't fit enough to play, and so you might question, why did Arteta play him? And there definitely will be question marks about that, because Arteta, made the risk. Arteta played it. He risked it. He played him. He didn't have to play Partey today. He could have gone with Xhaka and Sabas, and I wouldn't have been. I'm surprised that he did start. And he lasted 44 minutes, and on the 45th minute of the game, Spurs get a counter attack, and he's nowhere to be seen. Now, I'm not saying he would have stopped it completely, but he's the man in the middle. You're playing a two-man midfield, and if Xhaka's on another part of the pitch, you've got to be there. And he was at the back. He went to go talk to Arteta about something. He tried to run back onto the pitch. He couldn't run, and that was it. Game done. And genuinely game done. In fact, when he went 1-0 down, I thought we're pretty much over. And then we went 2-0 down, and that's the game. That's the game for me. So yeah, it's absolutely dreadful at the moment. Footy Live says Arteta, to be fair, hasn't that's like new managers like Lampard. Yeah, Arteta has won 2 trophies. Yes, yeah, he's won 2 trophies. But I mean, Community Shield is what it is. But the FA Cup definitely is something to be hold on to. As a good trophy. But you know, there's got to be a building. It's supposed to be a trophy that builds us on for more, and it didn't. It didn't build us in for like. It's not really. We've not really pushed on since, and that's the most disappointing thing. You win a trophy like that, and you try. You want to push on, right? I mean, I said it from the start of the season. It's a Europa thing for us this year. Again, we've got to try win this Europa League because there's absolutely no way we get anywhere near top four this year. Absolutely no way. Um, we got humbled today again, and not for the first time this season. Outplayed, and outclassed, man. Outplayed and outclassed. Yeah. In terms of the lineups, and I'll have a quick look at the lineup because he went with a formation. As I said earlier on, for those that were here, he went with a formation that I thought he would have gone with, but he went slightly different. And for, yeah, to me, it didn't really pay off. It didn't really pay off at all. Um, as I said, personnel wise, I'm not mad at that. He played Lacazette in a number 10 position. Those of you that saw the Europa League game, and it did work quite well. But I mean, this wasn't the game for it for me. This wasn't the 4-2-3-1 kind of game. And it completely messed up. Completely messed up. It should have gone with the three at the back. Should have gone with Holden, Gabriel, Tierney, Saka, Bellerin, even a five at the back. Even if you have to sit a five at the back, because it's just not that sort of game to just go gung ho and attacking. Their defense is too good for that. And so yeah, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Also said he's very worried about the Gunners today. We're a mess right now. We're a mess. We're absolute mess right now. We're shambles. We're nowhere near where we should be. We're nowhere near where we ought to be. The players are not really putting in 100% effort. I didn't think we were going to win before the game even started, let alone during the game. During the game, it drained me even more. By half time, I didn't even want to watch the game anymore because you know what the result was going to be. Um, we need to be a lot better. This is poor. We're falling below some dreadful, dreadful teams, and we're getting beaten by these teams. We got Burnley next week. We got. You say Burnley are going to look at us and think we can bully them. We can bully them because they can't score goals. So we need to. Yeah, there's got to be a very, very sharp turnaround. Very, very sharp turnaround in this Arsenal team. Um, Lance Hassan Nazi said Arteta should not be 15th in the league. I don't care about one transfer. No, he shouldn't be. Shouldn't be 15th. He should be nowhere near 15th in the league. We're in December now, and I know the season started late, but the fixtures are going to come thick and fast, and by January we'll be there or thereabouts, halfway through the season. And we're looking around us. We got a point less than Leeds, less than Newcastle, two less than Aston Villa. Crystal Palace have got 3 more points than us, and they've played the same amount of games. 3 more points. Crystal Palace. You know how bad Crystal Palace are, and we are that much worse than them. And listen, in terms of coming out of that, points wise, it's not massive. You know, we're literally 2 wins away from like seventh place in the league. So points wise, it's not massive. But the problem is, where are you going to get the points from? We're not playing like we actually going to go and win games. So why am I looking at it thinking that we're going to go and get the points that we needed? I just don't even see it. I don't even see it. Footy Live says Ramsey, the manager you have needed is Allegri, good system like the old Arsenal way. He was a man I wanted previously, actually, before Emery. Yeah, before Emery came in, he was the one that I wanted, initially. But I was happy with the Arteta choice in particular because I felt like it was a potential step in the right direction. And I'm not saying he isn't the right answer. It'll be interesting to see what he says. But it just seemed like today the plan was just to loft the ball in the box. And considering his press conference last week said that we had 33 crosses in the box, and we need to do more of that, shows me that that was the only way we were going to win today. He wanted to win today. And I've said this before, Aubameyang and Lacazette are not clinical headers of the ball. So when you start just whacking balls in the box, it's not just going to be going in the back of the net all the time. It's just not going to happen. Um, it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing scoreline, result, performance. It's horrendous. It's actually horrendous. And I wish I could sit here and be surprised. I wish I could say, oh my gosh, we were the better team and we got no, we had more possession, but we weren't the better team. We weren't a better team. We got dominated in this game. We let Son and Kane have the ball too much. We let them counter us. We let them counter us. Um, Shocking, if you ask me. Oh, well, not shocking, but embarrassing. Embarrassing. What weren't good enough. Was not good enough whatsoever. Um, it was Harry Kane's day. It was Son's day. It just wasn't our day at all. Wasn't our day whatsoever. Yeah. Looking at the results, fair play. Gabriel has been good, both going forward and at the back. Solid. Yeah. Was like he was the one that looked like he wanted to drive and carry us through. Been a very, very good signing, Gabriel. Better than Partey so far. Obviously, he's had these injuries. But Gabriel looks very, very solid. You're kind of looking for one more of him at the back. Holding's not that guy. I don't think he ever was meant to be that guy. Was about to loan him out a week before the transfer window. Oh yeah, by the way, let me get onto that Holding for that goal, for that first goal. That was that was dreadful defending. He let Son run at him and cut in on his right foot. You know that Son has got one foot. No, man. That's a bit disrespectful to Son. He can bang his left foot. But outside the area, he's only going to do one thing. He's going to cut in and try and bang it top bins. That goal from Son, as great as it was, I wasn't surprised by it because he's got the techers to do that. But why Holden just sat back and just let him cut inside and shoot? I have no idea. I have no idea why Holden did that. I know he's probably trying to wait for um, the Xhakas of this world to get back and help defend, but I don't know why he did what he did there. I was shocked. That was poor from him. What happens to Saliba? Well, from what Arteta was saying, Saliba's not ready yet. Saliba's not ready. He's not sharp. He's not ready to just go straight in. But at the moment, at the moment, you can't blame him for putting him in because Rob Holder's not pulling up trees. Obviously, David Luiz had his injuries, but he's had mistakes in the past. Um, you know, we need we've got Mari, we've got Pablo Mari coming back. People are saying we need to give him a break and give him a chance in the first team. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I think he maybe needs one or two more games, but it may be a Mari Gabrielson going forward. I don't know. But something's got to change. Something's got to change. And something's got to change creatively as well. There may be an opportunity for Willian to go in at number 10, especially when Pepe comes back from suspension. But yeah, there's a lot that needs to change at Arsenal right now. Arteta's lost and needs a better manager. I don't think. Listen, if you gave us a better manager like the Peps and the Klopps of this world, obviously we're going to take it. But we're not in a position. Why would we we're not in a position to be bringing in those sort of managers at the moment? Now we could take a risk. We could have a look at Allegri or even a Poch or something like that. But for me, the plan has always been long term, so we're going to be going through these struggles, and I think Arteta knew that, and especially when he didn't bring in the player that he wanted to bring in an attacking sense, in Houssem Aouar, then it just shows that there's a lot to be learnt from not bringing someone in of that ilk or to replace him, because I do feel like we're a creative midfielder away from being a half decent team. I'm not saying we're the best. I'm not saying we will be the best, but it does change a little bit of the way you play. And yeah, there's going to be a question mark after Arteta, of course. Footy Live says Cedric has to start over Hector. Listen, there's definitely a shout for him to come in and have a few games now. Bellerin has been decent. He's had 2 or 3 games where he's been actually really good going forward, but the way he played today just didn't look. He just looked a mess, and I wouldn't be mad if Cedric came in. I've seen him in the Europa League. He's been decent, but it's a different competition. Can he do it in the Premier League? Maitland-Niles as well, another player with a point to prove, to wants to come into this team. The way he played in centre mid, actually, in midweek was brilliant. So there may be an opportunity for him in there as well. But listen, there's one thing doing it in Europa League, there's another thing doing it in the Premier League. So people will look at the Europa League results and say, hold on a minute. In the Europa League, we battered up everybody. We've been playing Mari and Mustafi and the likes of El Neni. Willock, Nelson, and Ketia. Those guys should be playing in the league. Now, after this Tottenham game, I'm not even mad what team he puts out against Burnley. Genuinely, I won't even be mad if he plays Nelson, Eddie, and Saka, or a Willock. Even though I don't think he's been great, Maitland-Niles, I'm not even going to be mad because right now the senior players are letting the team down. The senior players, including Aubameyang, play Aubameyang in Europa League. Play him in Europa League because in the Premier League he ain't doing nothing. So these senior players are letting down Arsenal and they're letting down Arteta right now. They're not playing to their full potential. And I think this is what is probably causing Arteta problems. I haven't seen a press conference, so I'll be interested to see what Arteta had to say. But you can't say nothing to me right now where we are at. Do you know what I mean? You can't. There's nothing you can say for me to be like, actually, yeah, you know what? That's the reason why we lost the game because of rare, 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 rare. I know why we lost it. I watched the match. So plain sight, I know exactly what went wrong for us, and we were just dreadful. We were absolutely dreadful today. Yeah, man. So just going to show you, as you can see there, this is my Ramsey versus Arsenal prediction. So I've been predicting the results of every Arsenal game throughout the season. And today, as you can see across the bottom, I predicted Arsenal to win, Arsenal to lose 2-0 to Spurs, and I was correct. Great, cheers, awesome. And so I've got Arsenal at the moment on 19 points. That's what I thought we'd have by this stage, going literally game for game, and that's with 4 losses in there, and we've lost 6, drawn 1, and won 4. Now listen, looking at the league table right now, 19 points is 5th place in the league. It's joint with where Manchester United are right now. So 5th place, you're 2 points behind Liverpool. Obviously, they're playing tonight. You know, and a couple points off Spurs and a few more from Tottenham. You know, and even then, you're thinking, you know, that we need to do more. We need to try and get, you know, show that we're fighting for this top 4 because people like Leicester are up there. So you know, we've got to be fighting for it. However, what's that goal score? Yeah, it's about the same as literally what Man United are on right now, even including goal difference. So it's literally where I thought we would be, but we're absolutely nowhere near that. We're nowhere near 19 points. We've got 13 points, bang on, and that's exactly right. We are -4 goal difference. That's how bad we are right now. That's how bad we are. Yeah, if I was right, we would be in the title race. Well, I mean, I don't think no one's really talking about Man United being in the title race, so it may be a bit too far fetched, but we wouldn't be far off the top 4. And I think that was the aim this year. The aim this year was top 4, and we're 2 bad results off it. The results I can't remember which ones I predicted. It's probably Aston Villa and maybe Wolves. Yeah, Wolves and Aston Villa. You know, those 2 wins and things are just completely different, and it's not as bad as it was. But you know, we didn't get those results, and look where we are. You know, it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough at the moment, and the only way we can start to look better is by picking up wins. And I'm just looking at Arsenal's fixtures to come. As I said before, obviously we've got Europa League midweek and ready through, and that we've got Dundalk away, and we got Burnley, Southampton, Everton before we play Chelsea on Boxing Day. And we need to be going out to beat those teams. Burnley, we should be beaten. Southampton at home, we should be beaten. Everton, the way they're playing right now, you know, one win in the last 6. You know, we should be challenging them. We should be beating them. So we've got. It's not all doom and gloom because I think there's a long way to go in the season. But you know, you'll be judged on results. You'll be judged on results. At the end of the day, and Arteta is being judged on results now. There'll be people that want him out already. The people that will be crying for him to go. I'm not that fickle to think that right now, but something ASAP. Need to change something ASAP. Poor showing from Arsenal today. Pratik says justice was served here. Jose made his team believers. They looked more focused, more organized, and more optimistic. And I can't disagree with that. I cannot disagree with that whatsoever. They did. They looked like they were coming ready to play football, ready to play us off the park, and they did. So big credit to Jose. Um, those of you that see the podcast, Miles and Maya basically said that that's what they were going to do, and they were spot on. And I couldn't even disagree with it. I could only just all my hope had was NLD in it. It's NLD. You never know what's going to happen. But if you go by the form book, then there was only going to be one winner today, and it just they played how as well as they played against City, as well as they played against Chelsea. And you know, the only thing that's going to save my season if Spurs don't bloody go and win this league. I tell you, Spurs win this league, shambles, shambles. So I need, you know what? Now we can't beat Spurs. I need everyone else to go and beat them up, man. Beat them up, beat up Jose, change up his thing because Jose's starting to run away with this, and I don't like. It. So, hope all of you lot. I know he's got Liverpool to come very soon. Gonna need them to start dropping points now. It's not really fun to see Jose at the top. In fact, Liverpool go and win tonight and go top of the league. But listen, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for listening. Please give me a like on this video if you like the video. And please subscribe to Neeks Sports if you haven't done already. Hit that bell, get notifications about when we're going to be uploading reviews, previews, and our podcast as well. And I'll end it on this. Spurs win the league and Arsenal relegation. See this right here? This happens. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.